Hey guys, Eva here. This is a video response to a Facebook friend of mine. Her name is Love Mother Earth, and she's a new friend. And she has some questions about my dreadlocks. Most specifically, how did I start them? Did I backcomb them? And did I use any products, which I assume would be like wax or anything like that. This can become a fairly in-depth topic. If you've done any research on YouTube specifically, you'll see all kinds of videos from all kinds of people on all the different ways to start your dreadlocks. And with my first set, I think I watched over 100 different videos trying to decide, like, was this a right thing for me? How would be the best way to do it? What I could expect from my hair type, etc., so on and so forth. One word of caution, you need to be a little bit careful and have a little bit of a thick skin if you're going to get involved in any kind of online dreadlock community, because it's been my experience that people have a very strong and opinionated idea about what dreadlocks are, and they'll try to put that on you. The neat thing about dreadlocks, or elf locks, or whatever you want to call them, is that there's a lot of history and culture, not just in one race, but across the world. And there's a lot of symbolism, usually, for people who start growing dreadlocks. So that's kind of cool to tap into. This is my second set, like I said, and both times I started with a twist and rip method, which is where you take a section of hair. People generally say you want to take like an inch, a square inch of hair to form a good dreadlock, and a twist and rip is just like where you take it, you twist it, and you rip it. You take it, you twist it, and you rip it. Take it, you twist it, and you rip it some more, and eventually what happens is it's like teasing your hair without a comb. And so that's what I have generally done. My first set, I started like that, and then I just kind of like let it go naturally. And then I was in the Philippines, and I saw an amazing person who had dreadlocks down to his butt that were just gorgeous, and I was like, can you help me out with this? And he did. Him and a bunch of his friends like went in, and they took a crochet hook and like gave me a full set of dreads. I don't necessarily recommend that. I ended up combing that set out. This set, I did the same thing, twist and rip, but I didn't do my full head. I kind of like lost steam on the whole project, and I had to enlist the help of an amazing girlfriend of mine, Bridget, who used to have a set of amazing dreads herself, and she went in and installed the rest of my dreads. And what I have right now does not do justice to what she did for my hair. Like I said before, I have not maintained this hardly at all whatsoever, except for splitting them apart. Had I been like palm rolling and going in with a latch hook and putting in loose hair to their corresponding dreadlocks, I'm sure that all of my hair would look like this quintessential dreadlock that I have right here. But they don't. I don't know. Whatever. So, as far as products are concerned, there's a lot of companies out there that sell things for dreadlocks. There's people that say you must absolutely use wax, especially if you have fine or Caucasian hair like I do. That is so not the case. Please don't listen to that. If you use wax, it'll get stuck inside your dreadlocks. It's a pain in the ass to get out, and it can actually lead to breeding mold or rot inside of your hair. It hangs on to moisture. A natural dreadlock will actually wick moisture out. So when you get in the shower and you get out, the water will like naturally pull itself out of your hair, and your hair will actually dry pretty quickly. It's creepy, but my hair dries faster now with dreadlocks than before, when I didn't have dreadlocks. But if I had a bunch of wax in my hair, that would not be the case. Also, wax makes your dreadlocks sticky. Felt or like fuzz and schmutz and gross bits of particles from whatever it is you're doing in your daily life are more apt to get stuck to the wax in your hair. It's really easy to overdo how much wax you put in your hair. It's just generally not a good idea. If you're gonna get dreadlocks, especially if you have fine, non-curly Caucasian hair, it can take a good long while. You need to have patience. I've been wanting to shave my head like at least 5 different times that I can think of off the top of my head in the last 11 months. So it's definitely a commitment. It definitely takes patience. It's not going to be what you thought it was, and honestly, that's kind of the whole point. If you give it a lot of time, you can have nice manicured dreadlocks, and there's all kinds of videos online on YouTube about how to do that. But yeah, I don't use wax or any kind of sticking agent. Some people say you can use honey or anything like that. I didn't use anything. When you first start your dreadlocks, you kind of want to not wash your hair for a week or so, because that will tend to wash your dreadlocks out. But even so, it's not that big of a deal. You just put it back in and whatever, you know, go on about your business. So yeah, there's different ways you can clean your dreadlocks, but that's probably another video for another day. I hope that answered your questions, and if you have any other questions, feel free to